This is the HomeTech Podcast for Friday, August 7th from Sarasota, Florida. I'm Seth Johnson.
From Reynoldsburg, Ohio, I'm TJ Huddleston.
And from Pickering, Ontario, I'm Gavin Campbell.
And welcome to the HomeTech Podcast, a podcast all about home technology, home automation, and...
Extended breaks.
Extended breaks, yeah. Summertime, man.
Yeah, why were we off? You had family in town or something?
Hey, we had some family in town. I had a kid that had no camp to go to. It was just a rough week all around. I got sick for part of it. Yeah, it was some rain. We had rain all last week. We had like all the days of rain, all the rain days. Like every day was rainy, like just nonstop. And I think we had about 5.5 inches of rain by the end of the week. I could look it up. It's on my my old Tempest thing. I was watching that. I'm like, man, it's insane. But we've been dry, so it's good. And now the grass won't stop growing.
Yeah, we had a couple of rainy days. It was very nice because we don't have to water our plants then. So
yeah,
fine with the rain.
We were on a one of those water ban things, I guess, where you can only water overnight, basically one day a week.
Oh, you guys do that down in Florida?
They were out of water.
I knew that was like a Western thing.
No, they were out of water. So I don't know. Maybe it got replaced. Who knows?
Somebody else's problem, I guess.
Somebody else's problem to figure out. Yeah. So we've been off a week or so. We got a bunch of HomeTech headlines. So what do you guys say we jump in?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we leave a week. We come back. No more vacuums.
Yeah, what is happening?
This is ridiculous.
The story just escalated because I have like the first one from Gavin from The Verge, right? Gavin posted this in there because it says the U.S. is banning foreign robots, and it has a picture of like a humanoid robot on it.
And that one, you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you see that, you're like, Chinese robots that are like people size running around, not allowed anymore. I'm fine with that.
Totally makes sense. Yeah,
I'm all right.
They could just turn on us one day, like iRobot. I watched that movie.
Yeah.
What if you're paranoid and they're all made in one place and they slip a chip in there and then they all turn on you and then
Bill Gates takes control of it? I mean, we don't want this.
No.
Well, never mind. That's fine. Those ones are fine.
Those ones are okay.
It's just the Chinese ones.
It's just the Chinese ones. Yeah. Well, then it comes out like the next story that Gavin posts, and I saw this kind of like play out in the hub too. The U.S. government has banned all Roombas, so the vacuums were included in this robot ban. So because the Roombas and vacuums from China are obviously so advanced that they pass the tier of whatever line this is, and I guess it has to basically be designed and assembled in the U.S. and we need 65% of their components sourced in the U.S., which is impossible. So, we're not going to have robot vacuums anymore. Great.
Yeah, and it's not just Roombas. Like we call out Roombas,
Ecovacs, everybody. Yeah.
There's. I wonder what CES is going to be like this year when we go there. Are we going to see a lot of these companies with their robots or not?
I imagine this is going to take a forever time to actually implement, and it's probably not going to happen anyway. So it's kind of like the TP-Link and the router ban. It's not a realistic thing.
All the new ones, like they just won't let new ones be developed and come in.
Sure.
The old ones that exist with cameras in your house, those are all cool. We already good with those. We can't take those away. But all the new ones, those are all good. Oh no, this could also sweep up robot lawnmowers.
No.
Sidewalk delivery bots and warehouse robots. So,
the only thing I'm fine with this sweeping up is the robot vacuums with the arms, because those are creepy and they seem useless.
Yeah.
So we can ban those. That's fine. But all the other ones, those are useful.
Oh, that could also include pool.
Oh no, the pool cleaners.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because, like, God forbid, a mapping of our pool gets sent back to China.
They'll be able to invade your pool, Gavin.
They can see you in the pool, though, Gavin.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and this is a funny progression. We've got U.S. branding robots, foreign robots. U.S. government bans Roombas. Robot vacuums are included in the brand. Like, people are just realizing how stupid this is and how, it just keeps going further and further.
This is getting ridiculous. Like, what's on this? Oh, my God, sex robots are going to be...
They're gone. No more.
Gone.
Oh my God. This is going to cause riots. This is not going to be passed. They're going to be canceling this.
Too advanced. Yeah.
At least you don't have to worry about it up in Canada, Gavin.
Well, no.
We're going to have to come up there for
That's where I was going with this. The last story Gavin posts is the U.S. banned Chinese robot vacuums. Canada could be next.
No.
So Canada's like, us too.
I don't know why we're following. Like, what are we doing here?
You guys need China at this point. What are you doing?
I know. Like, we need somebody.
Oh, man. We're not going to have clean houses anymore, I guess. I'm going to have to go back to vacuum like a...
I mean, I'm not going to sweep.
No.
Oh, the underground robot vacuum market's going to be big.
Oh, yeah, think about that. I wonder if it's going to be like one of those situations where they start importing things and not calling them robot vacuums, and they just happen to have a vacuum accessory on them. And like, it's like, oh no, or maybe it's just a dumb vacuum, but it's like gets imported in, and then like somehow
you attach it to a base or something.
Yeah, you plug your phone on top. I don't know, something to make it smart.
So you're thinking like my microwave's going to also be able to sweep the floor then?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, if they sell it as a microwave, and it just so happens to have a brush and a cleanup attachment on it.
Like the plate just comes out of the microwave, and it's a robot vacuum.
It's like the thing that turns around inside.
Right.
The rotate thing.
We invented a new microwave. It cleans itself. And if you take
or
it
they
outside
market it
of
as a massager, and it's really a secret handy.
Oh my God! What if handies are banned?
I know.
You're talking about the clapper? What are you talking
The
about?
handies. You guys were over there at CES looking at the handies.
Oh yeah, I did see those.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not it's under. Isn't it over a certain weight? There was like a weight restriction, I thought.
Oh, is there a weight restriction?
Yeah, more than 4.4 pounds, dock included.
What if you get the heavy handy?
You'd have to get the really heavy one.
Heavy handy. Those will be top of the band list, because when you're using them, they could be recording you, and you'll say things that should not get back to China.
So what if they ship the vacuum separate from the battery?
That's honestly what I'm thinking, because it says that it has to weigh more than 4.4 pounds, dock included.
Oh man, that's gonna put it over. They just start shipping them separate.
And they use the example, the D-Bot X8 Pro Omni, because why not have a long, obnoxious name, is 11.7 pounds with a dock. And so wouldn't you just sell it as a separate accessory at that point?
Yeah.
Just like, here's your robot vacuum, and it just so happens to work with this docking station that you can buy separately for more money now.
Or there's a coupon to buy it separate with. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. Commerce will always find a way, I suppose.
They're going to find a way around this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
This is absolutely insane, though. I mean, it's just protectionism stuff. I mean,
So are they just saying the U.S. can't have good things now? Or are they
pretty much,
expecting companies in the U.S. to start making this stuff?
We've had it too good for too long, and so now we're being punished for it.
Yeah. They're taking away the weed in Texas now. So no porn, no weed in Texas.
Wow.
We basically we gave China all this technology and all this money, and now we can't even enjoy it.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, really if you think about it, the taxpayers deserve this, and now it's being taken away from us.
We spent decades investing in China, and now we can't enjoy the fruits of our labor. Come on.
This is like Social Security. It's just an all big scam.
This is my retirement plan. I was hoping an advanced AI robot would take care of me when I grew old.
Man, that was the only hope. Yeah,
that was my hope too. I was saving up from now.
Man, America's going to have no immigrants and no robots.
You would never have to save up for it, Gavin. It would be a lease.
I'd be good with that.
No fun.
All right. Well, speaking of more fun things, the Roku streaming stick prices have gone up by 60% because, memory and stuff. Let's see, the $40 for the streaming stick, $60 for the streaming stick plus, $80 for the streaming stick 4K, and $150 each for the Roku Ultra and Streamer SE. So
the Roku Ultra being $150 is a ripoff. What is going on here? That's how much the Apple TV was before the increase for like the Ethernet model.
Mm-hmm.
And before, too, the Roku Ultra, which this might just be different models or something like that, you could actually find the Roku Ultra for $70 or $80. And so now you're talking like 2 times the price. Like, I can't imagine that the Rokus are using chips that are like anywhere near relevant. Right? So that just shows you that AI is just messing up everything at this point.
Yeah, it's just a supply crunch on the memory. Like,
because they're not putting good chips in these. They're putting whatever the cheapest thing they can find is. You know what I mean? Like, it used to be a $20 stick. So they're obviously not putting the highest components into this at all. So everything's just screwed now because of AI.
Yep.
But those streaming stick prices, they've gone up. I'd still pay that for them if I had to. Roku is my current streaming stick of choice compared to the Amazon ones, because they have less like garbage being thrown at you. But it's still like affordable. It's not like the Apple TV that went up significantly.
That one's like $250 now.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it went up $100 from $149.
And Apple doesn't even need that. Come on.
Well, I mean, it's only $1 trillion.
Fox does. The Fox doesn't have any money. So.
Exactly. That's some sad news. But wait, we have some good news here. Zooz has a Z-Wave long-range motion dimmer. It's an in-wall Z-Wave device, combines 3 devices in one: a dimmer, a motion sensor, an ambient light sensor. It's all 3 devices all in one. It's got Z-Wave 800 for long-range support, Smart Start, and S2 security. And it's aimed for places like bathrooms, hallways, closets, and garages to confuse your guests when they come over and try and turn the bathrooms on the light. Built-in sensor is rated for up to 25 feet, and the switch can use both motion and lux readings to decide when the light should turn on. Supports up to 150 watts of dimmable LEDs or 500 watts of incandescent, and a neutral wire is required. So pricing on this thing is $31.95 from Zooz. Regular price is going to be $49.95. Not bad.
Yeah, pretty good. Bad. It doesn't look terrible either.
Yeah. And I'm actually shocked because I was trying to find information. I believe it's a PIR sensor, not a millimeter wave.
Right.
Like, I'm surprised they didn't put a millimeter wave in. They must have their reasons, but I highly recommend Zooz products anyway.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with PIR. Just don't try and be that guy, Linus guy that puts in 40 of them.
Yeah, don't be that guy. That's the one problem you have when you put motion sensors in your switches too, is they're not necessarily in the best place for that room.
Right.
So just make sure you plan that out properly.
I mean, every bathroom, like public bathroom you go into now, has these like Lutron motion sensor things that when you walk in, the light kicks on. You walk out, there's a timer, it turns off. So that's if you want to have it automated to do the same thing in your house, this is the way to go.
Yeah, bathrooms are always perfect to do automated like that because I don't want to turn on the light switch when I walk into a bathroom, especially a public bathroom.
Right. So this
and those bathrooms are pretty good too. Like I've never been in one of those bathrooms where it turned off on me too, unless it's just longer than I usually spend in them.
Sometimes those are the ceiling mounted ones too, and the ceiling mounted sensors are the best.
Yeah.
This
only does dimming though, so it won't do like the bathroom fan when you're in there.
Right, yeah.
Keep that in mind. Maybe, you could put it on a switch and automate it off this. Yeah, there you go.
I have to grab me one of these. This would be good for the shed.
Ooh, the shed.
Ooh, there you go. Well, it's a good price from a good company, so go for it. Let us know.
Do it, TJ. All right. Well, Xiaomi's smart washing machines are finally going global, so they think. I bet these are going to be banned too. Xiaomi is expanding beyond phones and small smart home devices and is now bringing in connected laundry appliances to Europe. The company launched the Mia washing machine and the Mia washer dryer in Germany, and after previously offering them only in China. Both are front loaders with 8 kilogram wash capacity, 525. This is Germany because it's all in metric, right? 525 millimeter drums and 1400 RPM spin speeds. The washer dryer adds a 6 kilogram drying capacity as well. So they've got all sorts of stuff in them, smart things in them to bring them into the smart home. You can start and monitor cycles remotely, adjust settings, and do firmware updates. So kind of nice. It'd be nice to have an update on some. I don't know. I've had mine for 10 years. I suppose that
mine are even older. I'm due for an upgrade.
I don't want to upgrade.
But this is Europe only. This is Europe only.
Yeah. I feel like I don't want a tech appliance though. Do I? I mean, I just want my appliance to do appliance things. I just my washer just needs to wash my clothes and my dryer just needs to dry them.
You sound like my wife. She says the same thing. I just want a dumb one that works. And me, I don't care about all these stats. I just can connect to Home Assistant. That's all I care about.
I just want to know when it's done, really. I mean, because it's in another room and sometimes all the times I forget.
That's easy enough to do without being a smart washer dryer, right? But the other features it's going to allow are pretty nice.
Yeah, see, the thing I would say is that the current tech companies that make appliances, which are Samsung and LG, really suck at that. And maybe Xiaomi is better because it's Xiaomi and they just make everything at this point. But that's my experience with tech appliances. So just go with Bosch or something else. They make appliances. They know how to do it.
They let's see. Xiaomi, the washing machine is €500 and the washer dryer combo is $559.
Just not bad.
No, not bad.
That's usually what I would say an intro set. Like if you're gonna go buy
you don't need a set, you get one of these, right?
Yeah.
My current washer and dryer, they must be 20 plus years old. They're old.
Oh, that means they work.
Very basic. But yeah, that's the thing. That's one of the reasons why I've been afraid to upgrade them to a newer one. We were looking at some newer ones, but I'm like, I may get 5 years out of those before something breaks on them.
There's absolutely nothing complicated with a washer dryer until they started
Exactly.
on the new ones. Like I opened mine up. There's so many like hoses connected to it. And I'm like, why did they do this? Like it was such a simple machine. Had a drum, a thing that filled up water, and a motor. Like,
pretty much.
Why did they break this? So, we may get these. I bet they'll be banned though, because they're I bet it's more than 4 pounds, DJ.
Well, and it's going to undercut the American appliance makers.
Yes, like the old Maytag man is going to be put out to pasture.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's move on here. We got some big news from Sonos, guys. Big news. Sonos says that in September they're going to do a launch, and guess what? Guess what they're going to offer? They're going to have something with AI and voice control. AI is coming to Sonos. Yes, you know Thomas Conrad, the AI CEO, says he's going all in on the home with AI. So there we go. It's let's see. It's there's a hardware access across the house, knowledge of the home, the ability to turn requests onto coordinated actions. Also pointed to conversational computing and predictive intelligence.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, who knows? It's just googly bobbly back. It'll be like he's like
stock market's down. We need to raise this baby up.
He's like, he gets up there and is like, the headline feature is, you know immediately that he's AI saying that kind of stuff. So I don't know. We'll have to see. September timing overlaps up with CEDIA Expo, so we may see something there. I will see it because Sonos will be right next to the booth, so maybe I'll go get to talk to him. Maybe I'll meet the cosplayer dressed up as Thomas Conrad.
Oh man, this is stupid. I can't even think of what you would do in this realm that would make this useful. But I'm interested to see what hardware product they eventually release, because there's been rumors of this new multi-amp. And
the multi-amp's out. Yeah, that's out.
Is it out?
Well, it's pre-order right now.
Oh, I didn't see it was out. What's the price?
I think it was $4,000. We're talking about.
So the same price as 4 amps with no HDMI?
It's actually more with no HDMI. Yeah. Whoops.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And it doesn't come with the rack mount.
It's on the website now. That's crazy.
Yep.
Of course, the rack mount's separate.
I want to know how many users of Sonos products was actually asking for this.
I mean, a lot of people.
A lot. Yeah, I've been asking.
Wait, which one? The AI or the multi-amp?
So? Oh, AI. Yeah.
No, the AI.
The AI. No.
0.
Sorry.
Yeah. Like of all the things you could do, like Sonos needs to figure out something that people want. Like, I'm pretty sure you'll have to upgrade hardware to get this. It's not going to work with the old devices that had the A-Lady and
S3
the Google Assist and stuff. Yeah. Well, even older than that, because they don't even work with the A+ lady, right? So you'll probably need some new hardware to get advantage of this. And I'm sorry, but the last thing I really want is like another voice assistant in my house. Like, the number of different AIs and voice assistants I deal with on a daily basis, it just keeps growing and growing because everyone thinks they can do it better.
But Gavin, this is going to be an AI voice assistant with your Sonos. Like, you'll just be able to predictively talk to it.
But I currently have the A-Lady doing it, and she can control my Sonos. So, I mean, I don't know what, like, this may add a few extra things. I don't know, but there's nothing I really want more.
I think you're complicating things.
When Phil from the Home Assistant podcast told me that if I had an external, if I used an A-Lady, an external one, and I had A+, that she's smart enough to auto duck the speaker when I call out to her. From the time I learned that, I was like, I'm good. I'll just have, then I can upgrade the A-Lady whenever I want. She turns down the volume on the TV when I'm talking to her. It works great.
There you go.
I don't need a Hey Sonos or another, whatever they call it. Was it Hey Sonos?
Yes, Hey Sonos.
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need another one of those.
You're going to set off my Sonos.
Honestly,
I'm sorry.
what limited use the Sonos voice did have, it was actually useful because you could like group speakers and stuff like that. But it wasn't like anything that was like, I need to use the Sonos voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and because it's so limited still, it's not going to be a smart home like integration type thing, like where you can control your devices from it, unless they do add that. And now it becomes another like a smart assistant that you could tell to turn on and off lights and ties into Home Assistant and anything extra like that. That would take it to the next level. Like if they introduce that, but if they don't have that and all it's doing is allowing you to do AI control of, the Sonos devices, people might not even use it.
Well, I know you guys may not want to hear this, but my Sonos app's actually getting a little bit easier and better to use and actually working. So
They just updated the Sonos app with a new navigation experience.
Yeah, you got to
If you go
turn
into
that
settings
on.
and turn it on.
Yeah.
Yep. So it kind of looks a bit better.
I think it's way less confusing. It takes up a little bit more on the bottom area that they of real estate, but I think it works well because there's a little home button which gets you back to your music. When you click system, it brings up all your zones. I mean, that works. And when you're playing something, it's down at the bottom. So yeah, I think it works well. And it's been loading faster and working better. I didn't go and change my Wi-Fi like TJ recommended the other day. So we'll just
who knows if that's a real thing, but it worked for that one person. So
all right, let's see what happens.
You never know with Sonos. You just got to do random things, and eventually it might work.
Yeah, well, I mean,
or you'd be like me, just get rid of it.
They've got AI coming. You're gonna be missing out.
Oh man, that's what they're introducing AI for, so they can troubleshoot their network. That is smart.
You know what? If you could do that, that's actually brilliant. If you could ask it to fix itself or why it's not working properly or something like that, and it went off and figured it out, that would be great use for it.
It's literally the only use. I'm calling it right now.
Hey,
they're like, we need somebody to go troubleshoot networks, and we can't do it. So we created this AI agent whose only job is to troubleshoot your network and tell you why it sucks.
It's just OpenClaw in the background.
Hey, Sonos, fix my router.
Oh, yeah, that's got UPnP. So, it just goes in, does this little thing, bam, fixed it.
Not long behind them, Apple, rumored to have a new smart home device. Bloomberg, which typically does have a little inside information, is saying that Apple's delayed smart home push may finally land sometime between October 2026 this year and 2027, with Siri AI right at the center. The lineup includes a refreshed HomePod Mini, a new Apple TV, and a long-rumored Home Hub.
$1 million.
$1 million home hub. It's going to be so expensive now. It's got a 7-inch square
How
display.
much RAM do you want with it?
Oh, man. It's basically going to be a HomePod-style device with a screen. So, yeah. Really hard to imagine that because literally everybody else has one of these, not Apple.
Yeah, and they're like HomeKit isn't even like useful. You know what I mean? Like it is.
It's useful.
I'm gonna make some people mad when I say that,
just
but
upset some people.
I know it's fine. But like they're not even doing anything with it. And what they're gonna release a $300 or $400 touchscreen to control your smart home that they ignore?
No, they're getting in the game. They're gonna have their own Apple accessories this time. I think they're gonna have their own doorbell. They're gonna have all sorts of stuff that'd be Apple branded. Cameras and junk like that. It'll happen.
You sound like an Apple fanboy.
No.
Same thing for the last 10 years.
That's like, I want to stop using Home Assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm
it's not going to happen.
I would only use it as an overlay. Like it works really well. The way the HomeKit device control is positioned on the phone is really nice because it's right there. And you can almost like have favorites and Siri kind of figures out what you want to control usually. At the time of day you want to control it. So at night, it gives me a different control than it does during the day. And that works perfectly fine for my needs. I don't need it to be any more advanced. I don't need to have it like take over my Ubiquiti system or anything like that. No, I'm good. I don't, as a frequent user of just saying, good morning to Siri and having it trigger a lighting thing in the house. That's as good as I need it to do. I don't need it to do anything else.
And for a user like that with only a few devices and stuff, that's where HomeKit shines, right? I find like once you start getting into a larger setup, you're going to run into problems. Your automations, it's not made for that.
It doesn't have a great automation engine. It has some things you can do, but I mean, you need to save a state for a variable and trigger things based on. Oh, forget it. Like you'll be poking around the interface and trying to jump inside out of like these third-party apps that people add on to give it a little, different memory and that kind of. I don't know. Like I would rather if you want to go full on automation, that's when you bring in Home Assistant, and use that. That's fine. Like just use that as another backend and have the Apple app interface
and integration. Yeah, and that's where it shines too, right? I have to admit though, the Siri AI is like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Like I've been running it for a month now, and before I upgraded to it, I never liked to use Siri. Like asking random questions and stuff, it was just useless. After upgrading to the Siri AI, so much better. So I look forward to what they're coming to with, because was their weak spot.
Well, the interface doesn't shine as much as this hot dog theme I have over at home.
Oh, give it up, Seth.
Yeah, please stop. I'm going to have my AI hack your AI so that we can delete that.
No, can't do that. It's beautiful.
I'm already having it work on it.
You know, Apple HomeKit will never have a hot dog theme for it,
and for good reason.
You can't even theme the home app. I think you could just do backgrounds, right?
That's it. Yep.
That's pretty much it.
I
barely use the home app.
Yeah, the only reason I use Home app now is because I brought I'll talk about that on the projects later, but I brought my fan back into Home Assistant. So
it's got only a fan in there.
I can start and lock the van now using Siri.
Oh, you said van. I thought you said fan.
Van,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I thought only vans.
Yeah, only van.
Oh, one of my favorite interfaces still is Josh AI, though. I just love the look and style of their AI interface. I can't duplicate it. I've been trying to, but I love it.
Yeah, they do have a nice interface. Let's see what we got. We got Ubiquiti. This happened, I think last week sometime, maybe like right after the show. We recorded the week before. There's new Superlink gateway has a Thread border router built into it. So whenever this piece gets released, I don't think it's on the site yet. You'll be able to bring in Thread devices, like professional Thread devices. It doesn't mean that it's going to be like a Matter platform. And in the article they released doesn't really mention any native Matter support, but Thread's something. There's still Thread stuff out there, and
yeah, that was my understanding too. Yeah. It's not really meant to bring in Matter devices. I think it's just a Thread border router that's going to be adding to your network, which is good.
Yeah,
because the more Thread border routers you have, the more stable your network is.
Right. So, what I don't understand. Let's see, the new gateway will still be primarily for Ubiquiti's Superlink security ecosystem. So I really think that means they're just going to come up with their own like different systems. Maybe they already have a bunch of I think they're Bluetooth. Are they Bluetooth sensors? I think they're using, or maybe they're LoRa sensors that they added on. I think they have some old Bluetooth sensors too.
I think they're all LoRa from what I remember for the range, because they had some amazing range, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it's interesting. I wonder if this does work well, if it works well with inside of a Matter network or even a Thread network. Like, that's great. I mean, Ubiquiti makes good radios. They have good antenna design, and it's usually pretty cheap, right? So, yeah. Actually, this has got one more feature in here too, a built-in battery that rates for about 2.5 hours for backup. So if your system goes down, the sensors or devices that it's controlling can still be read. So that's kind of nice. Cool stuff there. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. And I'm sure once it comes out, people will find the limitations on it, because that's usually how Ubiquiti goes. It looks like you could do all this stuff and you get it and it doesn't do anything. So.
It does nothing. Like the AI horn.
Oh.
No AI.
It's over there. It's the best AI product I bought. What are you talking about? Okay, Ubiquiti has also announced Protect 7.2, and it's got some updates in here for some larger security deployments if you got these out there. The big additions are evidence verification, case management. So if you have, I actually used this the other day, not necessarily this, but like Ubiquiti, I haven't gone in and like exported clips in a while, and that whole like case thing that they've added in really is amazing, because used to in the past you'd have to go to each individual camera and try and figure out like what you wanted to get out and that kind of thing. This case thing, when you go in, it will let you export, you'll find the clip. Like, something happened the other day to one of my neighbors, and some tow truck just came in and like took off with his car. And I'm like, you got repoed, buddy. And he's like, no, like the cops were over and they said that there was nothing, like in Florida, they have to tell him if they're going to repo something. So he really didn't understand what had happened, and he just wanted to see if he could find the company to go talk to. And he saw that we had cameras and some neighbors had cameras, so he came by and asked, and it was kind of like gave him everything. I kind of pulled all of those things off using this case feature, and it does a great job of like bringing everything together And then like you can put some notes on there, like what's happening on each individual video. And then when you export it, it gives you the video files, but it also gives you like a PDF with a screenshot and like the timeline of like when things are happening in the video files that are attached. Like what a brilliant little thing that they put in this. It's like so much better than it used to be, where it was basically impossible for anybody to use an NVR to export video, and they had to call somebody to come out and figure out how to do it. So anyway, now you can cryptographically fingerprint the recorded clips with SHA 256 and digitally sign them, so the downloaded footage can be checked for tampering and AI enhancement through Ubiquity's evidence verification site. So not bad there. That I guess like if you had something major happen and you really wanted to make sure the evidence was locked in, this would be good for you. So on the integration side, 7.2 expands on the on-VIF support for third-party cameras with centralized recording and encoding control, time sync through UniFi time server, and a camera I/O trigger for camera I/O trigger workflows. So not bad. They've also added a point of sale API, so you can.
Yeah, that one's interesting.
Yeah. When you have a point of sale system, and this is very common on NVRs. I'm kind of surprised they didn't have it already. But if you have a camera aimed at the cash register, a lot of times they will put that data, like it used to overlay on top. I wonder if they're probably just taking the transaction data as you're ringing something up and just saving it off to the side on this, and being able to like cross-reference what's being sold, how much went in the register and should have been taken out, that kind of thing. So that's what it used to be for. Now that everybody uses tap to pay, I have no idea what you would even need this for, but yeah, it exists.
Probably making sure people aren't like ringing up extra ones or giving away free stuff, that kind of thing. I would imagine.
Yeah.
Bars have this problem where people give away free drinks all the time, and then they're wondering why their bill is so high for the month.
Oh, it's good bars though.
Yeah, well, that's how you get the good customers.
Exactly.
And they've been adding like a lot of small improvements and stuff, even to their iOS app. If you keep up to date with that, they've been doing a lot of updates to that and just making the product better. Like here's something, I don't know when they added this, or like if it was something that was added at one point or always worked like this. But one thing I find cool is sometimes when I'm going into my cameras and I go back to like yesterday to look at something on one camera, even when I change that to another camera, it's still at that timestamp. Still at that time. Mm-hmm. So I can check all the cameras at that same time. Like it doesn't scroll me back to the top or anything like that. I can just check all around the house or check from different viewpoints and it stays at that time. So, just little things like that make it so much better to use.
I noticed they've had that for a while, because I noticed when they did that too. Like it doesn't, when you load on the new camera, it keeps you at the same time frame if there was video at that time. So I used that extensively with this because it was about like 4:00 in the morning. So I could like switch back and forth between the cameras fairly easily, and it would stay on that same date and time. So that was definitely nice. But yeah, they've had that for a while. But yeah, you're right. They just keep like adding these little comfort things in. It's nice. Like this is different. I don't know if people remember. Not very long ago, you would just buy this NVR from, I don't know, like a Digital Watchdog or something like that, and you would just like, it would never get an update. It's like what you got out of the box day one was the interface that didn't load in your browser anymore. You had to go to
mobile app sucked, and then they changed the mobile app 5 years later, so it didn't work with the original one anymore.
You could only use compatibility mode in Internet Explorer. For IE6 rendering.
That was so long. That was like when I got into the industry at the beginning of that. And it was like every camera system had to be compatibility mode.
Oh my gosh. What a debacle. So yeah, it's very nice to see this stuff start coming online.
Yeah, and this is what Ubiquity needs to be like a legit camera manufacturer. Some of the stuff is stuff that I'm never going to use just because it's not my industry. But they're playing to get into the commercial and industrial space, and when you do that, you need these features to do that. So this is it's good to see them doing this and expanding on that.
Yeah, kind of going back to their Ubiquity used to have a light switch, didn't they?
They had a light switch. They also had PoE lighting at one point.
They did. Those are all gone now.
Yeah,
it's definitely missing from their lineup now. Because I was just thinking about this the other day. I have a site that could just use some lights that they could turn off when they need to turn them off. It'd be great if it tied into the Ubiquity system. But no, they don't have anything. Maybe that's what the Thread stuff's going to be for. Who knows? They're not going to tell us. All right, let's move on. No more Ubiquity news. No more Apple news. Let's talk about Matter.
Do we have to?
So much. Well, we can breeze through these.
Okay.
There was a story over in the Ambient talking about how Homey has picked up Matter 1.5 certification, which is pretty rare in the smart home platform. So there you go. But at the same time, SmartThings has started a beta 1.6. So there you go. SmartThings brings in Matter 1.6 into Beta Hub firmware. So they may be a little bit ahead. But congratulations, Homey. That's cool. SmartThings, that's cool too. And then Aqara is launching a dual protocol Matter Thread smart plugs here over in the UK and the EU. So if you're interested in finally getting those, there's a Power Plug Ace 2 for UK and EU. Let's see, €32 roughly, I guess, for each one of these. And
their smart plugs always look so big to me.
Yeah, they have the big power thing you got to plug into.
Yeah, it's like round and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are you doing over there?
It's safe, man.
The UK one I'm fine with. This one, though, is obnoxious looking.
It's safer, though, right? I don't know.
Yeah, and just to clarify that headline, it's dual protocol, Matter over Thread or Zigbee.
Yeah.
That's
like other Aqara devices, you can just select which one you want.
Right. Oh, there you go. It's available or becoming available. And then, of course, I guess the last story here, we've got Home Assistant, the beta, which I guess 2026.8. It's got to be coming out any day now. Like, I think it's usually on Wednesdays. Maybe it's the second Wednesday.
Yeah, by the time this show's released, it will have been released.
All right, it'll roughly be out. So yeah, so it's getting Matter doorbell press events. That's the big feature this time. Home Assistant can now expose a compatible Matter doorbell, which I don't know if there have been many of those, but it can get those doorbell presses. And you have an event entity that comes off of that. You can trigger automations like notifications, lights, or speaker announcements. So yeah, you can play Gavin's Ding Dongs over all the Sonos speakers in your house if you wanted to. There you go.
Selling Gavin's Ding Dongs for $20.
I need to put that on the website. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually sent it to somebody this week.
Okay, I don't want to know about this. Too much information.
They were talking about their chime being so quiet, so I was like, "Hey, I'll send you my ding dong." and they didn't ask any questions. They just said, "Okay."
They just took your ding dong.
That's a good friend right there.
That's a good friend right there. But no, with the Home Assistant update, two other things I would mention. It's not a huge update this month, but for new installs, they've changed the default server port. And I like this one because I never knew why the port was always 8123. So now it's just using the default server port of 80. And you can change that in your current install. There's a network setting you can change it yourself. So now you don't have to type the port number going forward. But the other feature I'm looking forward to is the entity ID format. So when a device creates new entities, I don't know where they get their entity names from. It puts something together based on the device name and blah, 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 right? But now you can set like a default format for new entities, and you can include things like
the room name,
the area, the floor, the device name, et cetera, et cetera. So now you can have it say office light switch or something like that automatically. So that's pretty cool. That's a quality of life improvement right there.
Yeah, because it always like names it like the device model number or something for the entity. And it's like, I don't like my Eco Hub, it's like GW0B000, and I'm just like, I don't know what any of that is.
And it's not going to mess up your current entity naming conventions. These are just for new entities. So after you upgrade, all your entities are going to stay the same. But when you add a new device, it will follow this new format, which is going to be so much better.
That sounds fun.
Yep. And there's a bunch of other things added to the beta. But like I said, it's not a huge beta upgrade this week. Just some quality of life improvements.
I thought there was something on the automation side thing where maybe it involves the entities and like how you can fix the automations.
You're probably thinking of the, what do they call it again?
I didn't even see it on here.
The purpose-specific triggers and conditions is probably what you're thinking of. They're going to constantly be updating that. And that just, it's a new way to think about when you're creating automations. It's almost like if you have a bunch of motion sensors in a room, then you could just say, if one of these motion sensors in my room triggers, then do this.
Oh, okay.
And you don't have to specify the entities. You don't have to specify the devices. But if you get a new motion sensor and you put it in that room, it automatically gets included into this automation now.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's something they've been iterating through for the last number of months. I think since last year, they've been working on this. And it just makes automations, one, easier to create. And two, like they don't break as easily when you're adding and removing devices.
Gotcha. Well, I think overall the biggest change anyone new coming in, or I guess me, like you could just use Home Assistant.local and get your Home Assistant.
Yeah.
Rather than the 8123 port, which I mean, I think in the past you had to do that for various reasons, but they're running on their own devices. They can use port 80.
That's what I'm thinking of too, because you used to install Home Assistant on like another computer and port 80 was in use and stuff like that. So they had to have their own port. But I think now they're pretty much going to dedicated devices now. So they have all the ports open.
Yeah.
And it's still configurable in the network settings. So even if your port 80 was in use, you can specify another port if you wanted to.
Yeah. That's probably where it comes from, because if you're like a Mac, for example, or even Linux, it can be a little more restrictive on what happens on port 80, Windows too. And it tends to get blocked for various reasons. But like you said, if they're on their own device, they have their own, like, I'm using my own virtual machine image, like port 80 makes sense. Just do that. But I think like that would mess up any external devices or API things you have like pointing back into it. That would be kind of something to watch out. If you change that port, then you may have to go change those other integrations that you have to point back into Home Assistant. I can think of a few things that would mess up. But overall, a decent quality of life improvement for everyone. All right. All the links and topics we discussed tonight can be found over on our show notes at HomeTech.fm/584. All right. In the mailbag, we got some feedback from Channel Master. And I'll read most of this because it's interesting. This is
Joe Channel Master.
Joe Channel Master, yes. I saw it kind of got squished in our when it came in. It came in as Joe Channel Master, but Joe from Channel Master wrote in and said, "Thank you for discussing the Channel Master Pro Floodlight on HomeTech.fm. We appreciate the candid feedback and wanted to provide a little more context about the problem we were aiming to solve." So I think this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Feedback here, because we were scratching our heads, like wondering, like who's gonna use this. He goes on to say, we recognize that it serves a niche market, but it addresses a real installation challenge. Many outdoor lights and cameras rely on short USB power cables that require existing electrical box. When homeowners wants to install a device where no nearby power source exists, the usual alternatives are new electrical wiring, solar, or PoE. So the Pro Floodlight provides another option. The homeowner mounts the camera wherever it's needed, runs RG6 coax cable to the existing outdoor outlet, and the outdoor rated IP65 adapter that they have will send 24 volts DC over coax and power up the light directly. And the light directly connects to 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi for Apple Home Control. And the adapter also has a manual on-off button on it as well. So kind of goes in here and talks about how durable, well-suited for outdoor use that coax is. I cannot argue with that. That's cable line, antenna line. I ran a coax line outside and made, put on my own F connector outside. I'm not worried about any water touching it. Like it's what F connectors are made for, I think. So, he goes on to say, installing the F connector is also generally faster and less prone to DIY errors on terminating RJ45 connectors, with the multiple small wires and specific pin outs required there. Powering devices over coax is not a new concept. Channel Master is used coax to power antenna amplifiers for many years, and satellite systems use it to send power over to the LNBs. He says, we're not suggesting that coax is the only solution, simply another practical option for DIYers when power is not already available where they want to install a light. So I don't know, pretty good feedback there, and it kind of helps redefine for me, Elizabeth, like what they're trying to aim at here. And I immediately think of people who installed like the Nest cameras and that kind of thing, and then had to figure out how to route in the most convoluted way, some like USB cable, right? And route that outside.
Especially for a while, they weren't detachable.
Right. Yeah. So this could be actually honestly, the only problem I have with the F connectors right now is like I for my antenna the other day, which I also bought Channel Master product for, by the way, thank you. I had to find an F connector and the tool to crimp it. I have not crimped one of these things in years. So once I found the F connector and the tool, I don't know where the stripper thing went. That's gone. I was just able to use a knife to cut it open. But
yeah, I've never used a stripper on coax. I've always just used a knife.
yeah, I use most of the times I use just use some cutters.
Pair of scissors.
So just cut right through the jacket and strip it that way. But yeah, the finding the little compression crimper thing, I haven't honestly, I just haven't terminated one in years. So I was lucky I found a couple connectors and replaced everything.
I did one for the first time actually the other day in like 2 or 3 years myself. And I got done and I told the guy, I was like, you might have problems with this. You should probably just have Spectrum come out to re-terminate it. Just FYI. I was like, it's been so long. I was like, it works right now, but
I can do fiber. I can do Cat 5.
I can do important things.
Can't do this one. Yeah.
No, I see the use case for this, especially because like I would say the majority of houses in America at least have coax on the outside of their house already that goes to a central spot like in their basement or their attic or whatever else. So I can definitely see the use case for this.
It's a hardy cable, like he's saying too. Like it's not. I mean, generally, if you have coax running somewhere, it's fine outside. It's gonna. Yeah. You're gonna have to cut it like really deep for it.
Some chuck in a truck installed that, and it's been outside your house for years now already.
Exactly.
So
and the coax I see out here, usually when you see them running out on the outside of the house, it's because they were too lazy to run it inside the house. So usually the cable company just comes in and pokes a hole in your wall, runs it along the outside of your house and back in. And these days, I don't know how many people are actually using the coax anymore. I don't know the numbers on it, but in my house, all the coax cables are disconnected anyway. So if I can repurpose them for something, that would be nice.
Yeah. So you need this light, Gavin.
There you go.
You need to hit up Joe Channel Master and get one of these lights so you can bring it into Home Assistant.
Yeah, I have everything covered right now, so I'm good.
Gosh.
Yeah,
I actually don't even have coax on my house, so I would have to run coax for this light.
Other than the little few scrap pieces I have left over that I was luckily able to find enough to kind of run just a quick whip for my antenna up to the roof when I was trying to watch the World Cup. I don't even have coax. I have to go out and buy some. So, but
I will
exists.
say this.
I'm not gonna lie. Like it exists. It's a real thing, and especially with antennas, like for your roof antenna, you have to have coax. Like it's got to go out there,
right? Yeah, and I will say this is actually cheaper than PoE powered lights, which I've seen. I've looked at PoE lighting for like the house because we needed a floodlight in the driveway, and I was like, man, I really don't want to run power because then I have to tap it into an outlet somewhere or something. And so I was like, let me just get like a PoE floodlight because that's something nerdy that I can use. And I looked it up, and it was like $400 or $500 for a PoE floodlight. And I ended up just getting a PoE floodlight camera from Railink for $200. So PoE is definitely more expensive than what this coax light would be.
Interesting. Well, thanks, Joe, for writing in and clarifying a little bit and helping us understand what you guys were targeting when you made the product. So I will be interested if there's anyone else out there. Let us know if you're going to pick one of these up because it is a very I think at the top there. Also, we complained about the price, but at the top it says this is for a niche market, and that's like, oh, okay. You can put whatever price you want on things if it's for a niche market, right? Like if there's a very small market, the price is going to be higher naturally. But if you need it, right? You're going to pay the price. True. So totally makes sense now.
Well, we have another niche product to talk about, which I'm very excited about.
so in the same vein of security here. Oh my gosh. Jimmy posted this.
This is a little bit cheaper than the coax floodlight. Sorry.
I don't know
Channel Master.
I don't know if it is. I don't know.
It's not the same thing, but
no,
it is cheaper.
So Jimmy posted this in the hub. I thought it was a joke. I went to it. I'm like, this is an actual thing. He posted the MVP box. It is a mount or enclosure meant to pair with a Ring camera or similar camera, so a doorbell camera, to watch over parked vehicle and send real-time alerts. All right, so I'm going to describe this to you. If you're not looking at I'm definitely going to embed the picture of this thing.
Oh, I have the perfect description after you.
It's a metal box that you slide a battery-powered Ring doorbell into, and you can lock this metal box with a big old master lock right on it. It's got a little like arm thing that kind of extends down from the bottom, and it with a kind of little another angled piece of plastic or metal, I'm not even sure, and that you slide into your window and then you roll your window up and it clamps in the top of your window to keep an eye on your car. $49. I cannot. I don't know. I don't know. The website. It seems like it's very serious. Like you can use this to secure anything. Cars, trucks.
I mean, it's serious until the get to know us section, and then there's pictures of very fancy cars that would never put this on their car. And it's just like our project, our values. I've submitted a contact form to see if this is real.
See if you can get a demo or something. Like a sample.
So the way I was going to describe this is if you've ever seen the apartment retrofit boxes for Ring doorbells to like attach them to your door, it like clamps it onto your door at your apartment complex, so you don't have to like drill any holes or put any sticky tape or anything. It's like that, but they put it on a stick.
I have not seen this box, so now I'm going to.
Oh man, it's perfect for apartment. This is 100% where they got that idea from too. I'm just letting you know. But this one's worse because with the door, your door is not made out of glass. This MVP box though, it's using your glass to clamp onto the door. And so it's literally somebody could just walk behind it and like break your window. And I feel like that's much worse. I don't know. I guess it's not worse than a catalytic converter being stolen because that's expensive, but
this can't be real. I mean, first of all, you have to connect these things to Wi-Fi. What Wi-Fi signal is it using when you're at the mall or, like in a parking lot or something like that?
Oh man, I didn't even think about that. That's hilarious.
You got to pair it. You got to have a what is it called? A hotspot in your car and you're good to go.
Well, this is why you need the Ubiquity PoE version.
There you go. Second of all, you're putting this in a metal box. Is that not going to mess with the Wi-Fi signal at all? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Wi-Fi expert or anything, but, and then third, you could sneak up on this thing and you could still steal the catalytic converter and this thing would never see you.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I think in the comments or whatever, they say you need like 3 of them or something. Cause they're like, well, obviously you need, 3 of them. What you really should do instead of getting this is buy that Ring camera trailer thing that we saw at CES last year and just haul that around. That way you don't have to worry about it.
Oh yeah. Just tow it with
There's no catalytic converter on there. It can watch everything around you.
I'm trying to find this Ring thing that you're talking about. I haven't seen this. The apartment retrofit kit. They have. I'll give Ring credit. They have a lot of ugly accessories to go along with their products. Nothing compared to this thing though. My favorite picture is in their store. They actually have a store where you can buy this, and they ship to many countries. They have a picture of this thing, and it's not. It's pictured like it floats off the side of the window a little bit on some of the earlier photos, but no, on this one it's clamped into the window in such a way that the angle
window doesn't even close.
The window's not closing, but it's clamped in such a way that it's like the paint is being scraped by the metal box that's at the top of this thing. So it's not quite tall enough.
They were driving around with this already outside the window to see like if it would hold on and everything.
I'm sure it'd be fine.
That's probably why the paint scratches are there.
It's like those reindeer ears, Just get 2 of these.
Genius.
Yeah. It's better.
Could you imagine like walking in the parking lot and you hear the whistle sound that Ring cameras make now? And it's just like whew. And then you look around and you're like, who whistled? Oh, there's a Ring doorbell on that car over there.
Just go up and press the doorbell.
What do you want? Well, I just hit your car. That's what
I was going to leave a note, but
you know what? There's a use case for it right now. If you're living out of your car, you can add a doorbell to your car.
Oh, you make that car a home.
So, your mobile home, your doorbell, there you go.
It's because I can't afford my robot vacuum anymore.
I am still scrolling through the hundreds of accessories Ring has on their website for their stuff.
It's great, isn't it? Did you find the apartment door one?
I did not. I have not found that. Maybe it's an older product or I don't know. I found their ugly Ring signs.
No. It's not like an official Ring accessory, Seth. I mean.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, okay. I haven't found that. So
yeah, come on here.
We need this for our show notes to put this in as well. Oh, it says on Amazon. Well, Amazon owns Ring, so this must be legit. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is like a legit use. Like the MVP box is not a legit use. I'm just gonna say that out loud. If you guys email me and tell me it's legit, I'm still gonna say it's not. Unlike Channel Master. So this thing though, like if you live in an apartment, you can't drill holes and stuff. So like you slide this over your door and you can add a Ring doorbell. So like this is fun.
It's got like a little I see how this works.
Yeah.
It's got a little clamp on it. Like you just you turn it and screw it in on the other side and just creates that pressure on there and then the doorbell is on your door.
And they've gotten progressively cheaper and slimmer. So like I just sent you another one. This is an anti-theft model. This is what they base the MVP box off of.
Oh, yeah. Look at that thing.
I mean, this has been around forever now, like over a decade now.
It's metal, though?
No,
Okay.
because it's $17, Seth.
I mean, yeah, that's why the metal one's $49. I'd rather have that.
Well, that's $125 normally.
Yeah, saving some money. No, that's crazy. Oh no, the metal ones on here are $27. So I found a metal one. It looks just like you think. I'll put all of these in our show notes.
But yes, this is what they base the product off of.
Yeah,
they saw this and they're like, we need this for our car.
Well, it claims to have a patent. There's a patent number on the video. Yes, there is a video on the website. I don't really recommend it watching. Yeah, it's not a very good video, but it does have a patent number on there. And I tried to do a patent search to see who registered the patent, and the patent is not. It's not a real patent number, believe it or not. So either this is an elaborate hoax of somebody trying to collect $50 from people who desperately want someone to stop stealing their catalytic converter, or I don't know. It may not be real.
Well,
it may not.
I've emailed them, and if they respond, I'll get them on the show.
AI could not have come up with this, though. I was going to say. AI would have done a better job with the pictures. Maybe not included all the scrapes and the paint from using this thing on their car. I don't know. Yeah. One of the two. Anyway, we'll put a link to this in show notes. But if you have any ideas for Picks of the Week or great ideas for the show, give us a shout. Our email address is feedback@HomeTech.fm, or you can head on over to HomeTech.fm/feedback and fill out the online form. Project updates. Well, first we've got some Home Assistant updates to go through. We've got FireAvert joining the Works with Home Assistant program there.
Is FireAvert the company you talked to, TJ, at CES?
Yes, FireAvert is that company. Yeah. It's a really cool device. Yeah, so they have a gas turn-off switch or an electric turn-off switch. And the idea is that if there's a fire, you should turn your stove off. And so it ties in via Z-Wave to turn your stove off in the event of emergency. So it's actually the first device I've ever seen that works like that. I've seen a couple other devices that like physically control the knob. I think I talked about it like months ago where this company was going to send me this smart controlled knob for your stove, and then it like suddenly disappeared. So not sure what happened to that one, but there's not a lot of devices that do this kind of stuff. So this
is cool. I mean, the gas thing is probably, that's a great idea. You want gas.
Yeah, the gas one makes the total sense, right?
Yeah.
It's like if smoke's detected or a fire is detected, turn off my gas.
Yeah.
Like I don't need my gas on at that point.
Totally makes sense. Very cool. Well, they're now in the old Works with Home Assistant program. So they're doing the integrations now. And let's see. There's also this came up this came up the week before last. I think it's like right after we recorded the show. And I think Gavin, we may have talked about this briefly, but the Open Home Foundation, which is kind of like the parent thing for Home Assistant, has launched a public preview of a community-powered smart home device database. So you basically have pretty much like a Wikipedia for smart home gear based on like real world usage, and you can search and filter through devices and see details like whether the product needs an internet connection, what protocols, integration it works with, and that kind of thing. This is a great idea. This is a really good idea. I'm glad somebody's doing this.
It's a great idea. And you can also browse the database to see how many people, what are the most popular products that people have, et cetera, et cetera. The only sad thing about it was it's opt-in for you to send your information. So even though it's got a lot of devices in there, I still wish it was kind of like not opt-in in a way to gather this information. But I can see why they made it opt-in.
Yeah. That's kind of their privacy thing is kind of like, they're not going to put anything that's not opt-in.
I totally see why they did it. I wish we had more information. That would be great. But no, this is a great start, and I like what they're doing.
Yeah. I just looked up the Ring second generation doorbell, and it has all about what you need to do there. So yeah, there you go. Well, it tells you it requires internet connection. So I imagine that there's going to get more and more information in here over time. Like this is just a start. So very cool. Let's see, sensors.
Yeah, I was looking up some of the stuff I did, and I looked up like by the company Zooz, and I thought Zooz would have had a bigger presence in this database, but it looks like it's just my sensors in there. All 5,000 of them. But no, like I said, it's a great start. If you haven't turned this on, just turn it on and let your anonymous data about your devices get sent, because they have plans for this in the future that will make life better for all Home Assistant users.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. And they even have like networking devices, lighting devices. Wow, every Real-Link chime is right here. Very cool. Very cool. I wonder if you could spam this. Oh no, I'll be nice. Start uploading devices.
Yeah, don't mess with that. No.
Come on.
Don't try and corrupt the data.
All right, Gavin seems to be the only one that's posted anything on here to start projects off. So Gavin, go ahead and start.
You guys haven't been busy these last 2 weeks? Is it only me?
All boring stuff.
I
just
do
house
have
stuff.
something to show you guys, but you can't.
You got to hold it for tomorrow, though.
You can't talk about it till after Jim's show. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, one of the things I've been playing with recently is a blueprint in Home Assistant called Entity Sentinel. And what this blueprint is good for is notifying you of entities that are, not working anymore. Right. So in the past, how it does it differently is in the past, you'd look for entities or devices that went offline, for example, and you'd mark those as offline devices. But sometimes there's entities that they just stop reporting. So they haven't reported in a month, but they're not offline. So you don't catch them. But they still aren't updating. So the Entity Sentinel actually watches the last time they've updated and will create reports on entities it thinks are no longer reporting into your Home Assistant and catch those. So, it's really easy to set up. It works pretty well. It caught a couple of my entities that stopped reporting and I fixed them. So I highly recommend checking this out if you run into that problem where your entities just stop reporting, and this is a problem you don't know you have until you've installed this and then you realize you've had that problem, right? Like I had one sensor that reported a temperature like 3 months ago and never, updated itself. And it could be that the battery died or whatever, but Home Assistant retained the last value and I would not have known that was offline. And then this told me that it hasn't updated in months. So I had to go and change the battery and I was back in business. So, it's a good it's a blueprint. So make sure you check that out. I recently got my hands on a Sonos amp.
Ooh.
So while some people are getting rid of their Sonos devices, I am expanding my Sonos devices. So I'll be talking about, it's dedicated for my backyard. So I'll be putting in some backyard speakers. I was talking to DJ earlier about what I should do, how to get the wires out there, et cetera, et cetera. I planned the wiring and stuff when I redid my backyard. So I have conduits and stuff. So that was a good
You're
good
smart
thing,
about some things.
Thank you. I ran multiple conduits too. Like I was thinking even more because one conduit was for power and the other conduit was just for speaker or low voltage or something like that. So I really thought it out.
It's a good thing you have friends like us. You know what I mean? Because if you were just a regular homeowner, you would have made that terrible decision not to have the extra conduit.
Exactly.
Because, your contractor is probably like, what do you need an extra one for? You got the power right here.
Exactly. You could never have too many conduits, that's the way I look at it, right? So yeah, I'm now researching some speakers and we'll be, running the wire and installing some, a nice little sound setup in my backyard to annoy the neighbors. And
if Gavin would have thought about it when we came up a couple months ago, he could have had some really nice speakers for pretty cheap, but now he's got to pay Canadian prices for them. So.
Listen, I honestly did not expect to even think about this till maybe next year.
And I asked you several times about landscape speakers. I'm pretty sure. I was like, you want any speakers or anything? I mean, I'm coming up,
Yeah, I know. Next time you come up, I'll have a list.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'll take you seriously next time.
Next time. But next time is our tariffs and stuff are going to be worse than what you have, so it's probably going to be cheaper to get it there.
Probably. We'll probably still be able to get stuff from China too. So
got to get robots.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll trade you speakers for robots.
I'm going to be asking you if there's anything you want me to bring down for you. I created one of the issues I had in my office here is I have so much electrical stuff in my office, but there's only one circuit. Right? Electrical circuit. So what happens was if I'm 3D printing something and somebody decides to print something on the regular printer, right? The circuit got overloaded and, it affect the 3D printer and blah, blah, blah. So, I created a simple automation that would turn off my printer whenever the 3D printing started.
Nice.
And then when the 3D printer is done, turn back on the printer. So that's just an idea for people out there if you run into that same problem, right? Because I don't know why people like to send printouts to the printer right when I'm 3D printing stuff. It's always the case, especially when that 3D print is almost over. It's like 15 minutes left and somebody sends a printout. Oh, yeah. So that was another thing. I'm almost embarrassed to say this one, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm back into MyQ.
Oh, stop, Gavin. Why?
I'm back into MyQ.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Get out. The show's over.
What are you doing?
I know. Seriously, I'm back into MyQ for my garage door opener. But it didn't replace my Rat GDO. I just have both of them on the same garage door opener, right?
Why?
So with the car, it only works with MyQ. So this actually
Tesla made a deal with the devil.
Yeah, they did. So native integration is pretty much just MyQ, right? You could get the IR add-on, not IR, RF add-on to control garage doors, like using like how you do a clicker and stuff. But when I priced it out, like that add-on would give me like 10 years of MyQ subscription, right? It did not make sense. So I was like, all right, let me just set back up my MyQ and, for the subscription, whatever it is, integrated into my car. So when my car pulls up to this driveway, it auto opens or closes when I pull off and stuff like that. And it's kind of cool because as I'm backing out of the driveway, it's all auto driving anyway, everything. So I might as well make it auto open and close the door and everything too. So, I just sit there and relax. But yeah, I'm back into MyQ. I never thought I'd ever be back into MyQ, but I'm back into MyQ.
I am so disappointed, Gavin.
You don't have the home link piece? I guess that they have a module or something.
No, that's what I was trying to remember. No, to get the home link, you got to buy the add-on, which is like $400 plus for that add-on. And it looks like a pain in the ass install, just to put it in. I don't know why they did this. But
they can charge you $400 for a thing that's in every other car.
Exactly. So I was just like, you know what? It's cheaper and easier. I'll just set back up my MyQ and go with that. So it's only for the car. I still control everything.
Yeah, and that sucks too because it doesn't even have CarPlay. So it's not like you can just use the Home Assistant app through CarPlay.
You can use the Home Assistant app through the web browser. So I have like a little dashboard, but it's so much. It's such a pain.
What are you pulling up the web browser for? I need to open my garage door. I
know exactly. It's such a pain that I see people doing it. I'm like, why? Like I just don't get it. So I'm lazy. I don't even want to click anything.
$45 a year for MyQ though, right?
Something like $2 a month for the integration, just for the integration.
You have to pay for it too? Jeez.
Yeah, for the integration from the car, So like I said, by the time I get like 10 years out of it before I get my money back, and who knows in 10 years how things will change, We'll see. We will see. But I just had to get that out there. This is a safe place. Nobody listens. Nobody really cares. I'll probably get some messages, but
I don't know. I think you could get your security cameras to read your license plate or something for cheaper and actually do the job.
I thought of all that and I was just like, oh, that sounds so
come on, Gavin.
So many points of it picks up my license plate 70% of the time, it's not perfect. And then there's lighting you gotta worry about and all sorts of other stuff. But yeah, whatever. I'm back in MyQ. It works. I'm just happy. Whatever, it works. Don't judge me. We're in a safe spot.
No, I'm judging.
You can't use the Rat GDO at all? There's no way to use it?
Not integrated into the Tesla dashboard.
But what about
integrate?
Home Assistant has a Tesla integration, right?
Yeah, but that's to get details about your car, not the garage door open.
Just make it unsafe and do geographical location.
Yeah. Home Assistant would have your geolocation, right? So there's a way around this, Gavin.
There's ways around it, but I'm back into MyQ for now. If I figure it out, I'll cancel the MyQ.
You need to figure this out,
for
Gavin.
now.
Yeah, friends don't let friends MyQ.
I'm going to add this as a project for Gavin. Starting today, dump MyQ. So
and yes, you could do the geographic location and stuff like that and all that fun stuff. I just never got it down to how close to the house you could be, like how small of a circle I could be around my house. I'd have to play with that again. Last time I did it, I could drive by my house and it would trigger all the garage door openers, right? So I never liked that. But for now, MyQ is the quick, easy fix. If I find another way later on, I'm sure I can, but too lazy to do it right now. So check with me next year.
Just take the car back.
You can get the Tesla HomeLink module on eBay.
US eBay. Different eBay.
Well, I mean, do what you got to do to get off my queue. That's that's the show title.
But then the install process, I got to take apart the front, and you got to slide it under, and then they were, even on the video, they're complaining how much of a pain in the ass it was to get the piece in, and this and that. I was like, I don't want to fight with all this stuff. Let me just go with my queue, in the end. And, like I said, it'll take 10 years before unless MyQ decides to double their rates or something like that.
Still like $225, $250 US on here. So not a great price for a used part.
I don't know why they didn't just include that, the home link, but, cutbacks or something. I don't know.
They should at least include the part. I mean, because it looks like a tiny little thing, like just plugs in. It is. And then it's
just a little plug.
Yeah. You include the part and then make it a, $350 thing that you turn on, like feature or whatever. They have that for everything else.
Don't give them ideas.
I mean, they do that already. They have that idea. It's kind of weird that they did not include the product on this. It's really strange.
Yeah.
Because the Tesla, like the drive up, and I think you swipe your finger or something on the touchscreen to open your garage door, or it just does it. But it's like a really cool, it's a really nice feature. Like they integrated really well with the home link piece. But yeah, that's Gavin's new project. I'm just going to put that in for you starting today.
And then put a bet in as to when I'm going to actually complete that one. So you can,
I need to put a bet module in this thing. So
speaking of bet, when did you get your wall fixed, Jack?
No. This is my time. Let me talk about my stuff.
Okay, so no.
No, it's a no. We all know what you're going to ask.
Just making sure.
Right? It's a no. But next up, Apollo Automation, our friends over at Apollo Automation, had their monthly stream.
Heard of them.
Had their monthly stream this week. And one of the things they showed off that they'll be releasing and working on is a new e-ink display. Ooh. So details will come out later about this. It was on their live stream, so I think I'm allowed to talk about it. Or I should be allowed to talk about it. But it was
Find out.
It was pretty cool what they were showing. Too late now, like I said it.
You have a week to ask.
By the time the show is edited and out, it'll be released.
Yeah, really, really cool what they're showing. And there's so many cool things I'm seeing people do with e-ink displays because they're so low power. You can run them off batteries and the batteries will last a long time, stuff like that. So really looking forward to see what they do with it. So that's going to be really cool. But on August 12th, Apollo Automation, ESP Home, Home Assistant, Open Home Foundation, the whole crew, they're going to be launching their ESP Home Starter Kit.
Ooh.
On August 12th. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be all on their YouTube channels.
What kind of stuff's in there?
But you're going to have to wait and see. I'm not going to say anything.
Jeez.
But the key point about this is I'm going to be on the live stream.
What?
I don't know how that happened, but my picture's on there. So yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there talking about the ESP Home Starter Kit on Apollo Automation. I really like the starter kit.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's a nice kit to get you into ESP Home. Like it allows you to almost like, it's for beginners. Like I was a beginner. I still am a beginner. I'm still trying to figure out ESP Home, but it will get me into that. So that's going to be a fun stream. So that's happening on August 12th. Make sure you check that out.
Nice. Yeah, I think Justin showed us one when we came to Canada, didn't he? He brought you one.
It's on their.
Oh no! Yeah, it's on their website.
It's on their website now.
I don't know. Yeah, it's on their website now for pre-order. He did bring me one, yes, and I remember they showed us prototypes at CES too, right?
Nice, yeah. So
they were taking some of our feedback and stuff. So I told them just build a soil moisture sensor. Right?
That's all he's asked for.
yeah. I go sold, but but I'd like to be able to hook up battery and stuff like that. So that's what I'm looking at. It's really cool.
Very nice. I'm looking at the website. The starter kit, it's $40. Just $40 for the ESP Home Starter Kit.
Yeah, it's relatively cheap, and like I said, it's like a learner's kit, like a beginner's kit. Get one. You can add your own sensors. You can play with it. And they've made a lot of updates to ESP Home lately, integration into Home Assistant and stuff to make it so much better. So it's good. And after Justin set up the my ESP Home pool pressure monitor for my pool filter, it's been running out there like flawlessly on the same battery. The battery hasn't died yet. It reports the pressure on my pool filter for me. It just works. Like it's been very reliable. I have no complaints about it. I have one complaint, but he says, too bad. You got it for free, so don't worry about it.
I thought he was going to mention the holes in his walls again.
Yeah. So then that wraps up my projects for this week.
It's pretty crazy you got MyQ installed before you got your wall fixed, but
Let's move on. Let's move on. We are here to speak. Don't judge. Don't judge.
Yeah, no projects for me this week. I've just been doing house projects and other random stuff that's really not exciting and not really worth talking about, to be honest.
Well, I think his project's going to have to catch up with you anyway. So yeah. So I've been sandbagging this one for a little bit here. But you guys, everybody talks about getting these 3D printers and fancy things. I'm like, what if I could make my own CNC? Because
Wait, what?
Because buying one is just too simple for somebody that has.
This sounds dangerous.
But unlimited time.
but well, yeah. I mean, but like, what if you could assemble a CNC and like, how much would that, like a large format one that could cut a whole piece of plywood, like, because I need that, right?
Sure. I mean, yeah.
So,
I guess.
but I found one. Hold on.
Was it in a box on your desk?
It's next to the giant TV.
Pretty much. So this is it here.
What is that?
That looks like a router.
Yeah, it looks like a router.
It is a router, in fact.
And for people that can't see the photo or the video, router is in like the mechanical device, not the electronic device.
Correct. This is the first router that I've had. It's a wood router. So yeah, it uses a standard DeWalt, 411 router or something like that, for the DW611 router.
Sure.
And it has like all these stepper motors and things. It's called a Maslow 4. Here, I'll put a link to it in the show notes. You guys see the video of how it works. It has these interesting little...
You're talking like we really know this stuff.
Right?
Like you're throwing out these numbers and stuff and like,
you just picture a router and it
I know what my customers feel like now.
Picture a router and you basically take like some strings and attach it to the router and then give the strings control so it can move the router around the floor by pulling on like the 4 different points, right? And then there's also a Z-axis so it can go up and down. So the blade can lift out and then go back down where it needs to cut. And you can use any kind of, there's like a file format you drop in here and with any kind of, what is it? Not SVG. Well, I guess you use SVG file and put it in, I think it's grid or something like that. You put the document in and you load it in and you hit go and it will cut out a logo or a sign or I don't know, a cutting board. I don't know. I really haven't gotten that far yet with it, but it also cuts more than just wood, right? Because a router can cut other things too with the right blade. So who knows? I'm going to have some fun with this. This should be fun.
This sounds dangerous.
It could be. I was reading some of the things on there and it's like, make sure you have a way to shut this down and fire suppression nearby. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. See.
If you don't hear a podcast for like a number of weeks, you know that happened.
Seth, so I've never been to your house, right? But the way you've described your house is that you don't have a ton of room in your house anyway.
I'm not putting this in the house. Can you imagine
Where
what
does
this
it
is
go
going to
in?
sound like? So I'm just gonna anchor it outside in the driveway. I'm just gonna like put some concrete.
Seth,
like,
a 3D printer takes up so little space. Like I don't think like you've traded this thing that takes up not that much space and is very convenient for this thing that's not convenient and takes up a lot of space.
It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's pretty much gone when it goes away. And you can make a little frame thing. And the frame can like just lean up against the wall, and it can just do it on the wall.
Okay,
sounds like a brilliant idea. Go for it.
I don't know,
videotape all of it.
Catches on fire or something.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Yeah,
a 3D printer would have been a better purchase.
I don't think so. It is not nearly.
It would have been actually useful. You always go the wrong route with these projects, you know.
Well, knowing Seth, he would have been like, "So I'm designing my own 3D printer because I don't like any of those other 3D printers."
That's true. I mean, that's kind of how this went, right? So like this is it's a really interesting, it's all open source. So like you can actually go and like, I think you can even just like get the parts and print them. You can print them or have them made.
Ooh. It's the Prussia of
it pretty much is. It came, I don't know how your was it Prussia thing came in its box or whatever, but this thing comes in like
Prusa.
Prusa is
I don't know how you say it.
One of those things. It comes in like 5,000 pieces. So putting that together took all week. So I'm glad I got it done before Jim showed.
I would have been done after that, you know?
Yeah. I got to get some wood or something and try and cut something into it, see how it works here. But yeah, you can see the little video on the website. We'll put in the show links. It kind of gives you an idea how it works and can run around and cut things. There you go.
Sure.
What could go wrong?
You never wanted a CNC? What's wrong with you guys? Come on.
You know, I've always wanted one that could cut metal.
Well,
I feel like
maybe it can. I don't know. Who's to say?
Yeah. Now, I've actually always been jealous of I watched the videos online of the water jets that cut metal.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, those would be really fun.
Yeah, I broke a number of parts on this thing when I was putting it together.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, so.
The video is actually pretty cool. I have to admit,
it looks
really pretty cool. You can lean it up too, and it can cut out on the side. It looks like as well. Yeah,
that is pretty cool.
Yeah, and the good thing about these is you can like design it so that it cuts out the pieces without wasting it, as little wood as possible gets wasted. Yep. So, but I mean, what do you plan to make with this? What do you plan to cut out with this?
That's the next step, Gavin. I mean, you got to do things one at a time.
Get the tool first, then find something to use it on. I get
See, the printer, you could have made mounts and like organization accessories already,
The little boxes to put router bits in or something. I don't know.
Aren't you supposed to find a problem first and then find the solution to
I got the solution now.
It's like you're finding the solution and then you got to find a problem to fix, right?
Yeah, I guess. Nobody told me this order. I just like, haven't you always wanted a CNC though? I mean, that's
it's every little boy's dream.
Exactly. I mean, my wife's comment was like, "You're not a woodworker."
That is a good response.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it can cut. I'm thinking it also can cut like plastics and that kind of thing. So it could probably cut plastics as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
The furniture ideas are actually pretty cool though. So like, I'm pretty sure there's a website of things you could download and cut into wood and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, they have a whole community forum and people who kind of do all this stuff. But there's a
I don't think I'm making the boat though. I'm seeing people that made a boat.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The boat seems kind of dangerous. I don't I don't know if I'd go there. You could do all sorts of stuff with this.
The stereo cabinet's kind of cool,
Stereo cabinet, yeah. There's like a car driving, experiencing a lot of artwork that you could do with this for sure. Furniture.
Well, you have to let us know what the first thing is you make.
Oh my gosh, somebody made a shed here, TJ.
They made a shed with a whole CNC machine.
Yeah, you can. I don't see how you. I mean, why wouldn't you be able to?
Why would you want to? But where's that? Resources?
It's in the mini. It's a tiny house. You can read more about it at this link here. Oh, I click the link and it goes to the next photo. So that's not helpful.
Where's that? Forum or resources?
It's just the pictures I'm scrolling through at the bottom. It's a bunch of things, a bunch of examples
I gotcha.
Of things that you can make throughout here. So
interesting.
Yeah. User submitted ideas and things. So I don't know. It looks fun. Looks like a fun idea.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm going to make a boat.
If I was still in my speaker days, I would have made some speaker enclosures. That would be cool.
Yeah. That could be fun. I can make some slat panel walls and make Owen just blow his top.
Well, someone made their own Muskoka chairs. I don't know if you call them that there. They're like the big wooden chairs.
We call them Adirondack chairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
we have a different mountain range. I'm sure they're named after.
That's right.
Yeah, that's pretty. Some of the things people have made are actually pretty cool with this machine.
Yeah, it seems like a fun thing.
But is Seth going to make any of those cool things? That's the question.
I might. You don't know me, TJ.
That's true. I don't.
So will Seth get this set up and working before I fix the holes in my wall?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's going to happen for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're ever going to get the holes fixed in your wall. Rose is going to kick you out before you can get those fixed.
At this point, I feel like I just want to hire somebody to come and just take care of it.
I don't know why you don't.
I know. I've walked around the house and I've marked all these little fake fixes in the walls that I've made over the years. I'm like, all right, let me, if I'm going to do this, I might as well just do it for all these little places. But I might as well just pay somebody to come do it.
Yeah. That's what I told you months ago.
I know.
See, you're not listening.
Yeah, I don't know why you have it for $45. Somebody could have gone over and taken
Well, no. Not up here. Not up here.
I was going to say, not the holes that Gavin made. I mean, that's going to be expensive.
I'm not up here.
He's sort of bad, so.
Up here, they charge a little more than that. Like, just the truck charge alone will be $100.
Now, you got to find some chuck in a truck, Gavin. Come on.
I don't know.
You got to find a neighbor. No, yeah, you got a chuck in a truck everywhere.
Yeah,
every place has a chuck in a truck.
Look on Marketplace, you'll find him.
That's right. Probably not the people you want in your house, but they'll be cheaper. I've had a couple of those people in my house.
Why is he smoking?
I'm like, ugh.
That's too good. All right, well, that's what I got. Jim and I should have fun talking about this. Thursday on the Home Gadget Geeks. He did send me a link of the YouTube thing, So I don't know if that's something new he's doing, because you guys are always like, he doesn't have a link to send me, but he sent me a link, and I'll put it in the show notes. I think I can share that link. It's a live stream link, right? So we'll be able to send that over, and I'll do what he does. I'll post it in our hub too. If you're in there, you'll see it. So it should be a fun conversation. He's finally having me on. I feel like one of the team now.
Yeah. And for the record, he'll probably have recorded that, edited it, posted it way before the show even got
he is so quick.
Posted. Yeah, he's like instant.
The problem is that generally the time that he's that he's recording is the time that I'm editing. So of course this is going to happen this week. So it'll be fun to talk to him though. I'm looking forward to it.
He had a few interesting guests recently. I mean, other than TJ,
Phil was on there.
Phil Hawthorne from the Home Assistant podcast was there. I was shocked to hear his voice, but it was a good show.
Yeah, hopefully I think that would have been morning for Phil at least. So that probably was actually all right.
Yeah, I think he's like 16 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time or something like that.
Man. He's in Australia, so yeah.
I like texting
Upside
him.
down time.
Yeah, I like texting him while he's asleep. So like, I send him a bunch of messages just to wake him up, and bug him. It's not my fault he's sleeping during our workday.
It's like I shouldn't have given this guy my phone number.
Kevin's becoming an influencer. He's just texting the Home Assistant guys whenever he wants to now.
He's on the live streams.
Yeah, geez.
I kind of regret it because Rohan keeps messaging me over and over again. I don't know. How do I get rid of this guy? I'm just kidding, Rohan. If Rohan's listening, I'm just joking, buddy.
No, he's talking mad smack about you before the show.
I know.
Yeah, too good. Well, that's going to wrap up the show this week. We do want to thank everyone for listening to the show, but I want to send a big special thanks to those who are able to support the show through our Patreon page. If you don't know about the Patreon page, head on over to HomeTech.fm/support and learn how you can become a patron for as little as $1 a month. Any pledge over $5 gets you a big shout out here on the show, but every pledge will get you invited over to our private Slack chat, the Hub, where you and other patrons of the show can discuss this week's news and events as it happens. But we do have a shout out this week for Julian, who became it's a 4-pound member. But you know what? That rounds up to $5. So there you go. Woo. Julian, thanks so much. We appreciate it. Exchange rate over the line there.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, it comes in $5 here. So yeah, there we go.
And don't forget, we have a Mastodon.
We do have a Mastodon.
I've been getting a lot of people applying for the Mastodon, but I haven't been approving a lot of them because their reasons for joining are very fishy. See, I could have created problems for you, Seth. So you may want to just go in there and double check.
Double check.
Oh boy, that's what AI is for now, Gavin.
Yeah. That's true. Ask Henry to go in there and double check it. But we get a lot of fishy ones coming in. But I've been using my best judgment.
He used to be so good at that, and then just fell off. I haven't used Henry in months. I mean, that's the sad part about it. He just sits there. Ever since he had the Anthropic brain plugged in, it's just not the same. So just doesn't do this. He just expounds on stuff. I'm just shut up, Henry. I don't like talking to you anymore. You're so much cooler with Claude.
So mean.
Yeah. So I'll check that out. Hey, speaking of which, Gavin, this is a really cool use case. I ran across this the other day. I think I posted in the Hub something about it, but or maybe we have that dedicated AI channel where I posted. There's like a plugin that you can get on your mail servers that will pass, basically the mail through an LLM to have it determine if it's a fishy email or not. And I'm like, that's a great idea. It kind of solves the spam problem. I mean, on a limited basis, but if there are no main triggers, it can look through that and say, hey, is this a real email or not? And evidently it works really well. So you basically get no spam, especially if you're running on a local model that's smart enough to figure out what spam looks like, which everyone, even the smaller Gemma ones can do that. Seems like a great idea. Maybe we can get something like that hooked up for our thing again, where it can just go in and review those. Take the
honestly, Gmail's been pretty good with spam filtering for me. So I don't really get much spam in my inbox. Usually when I get stuff that looks like spam, it's somebody that signed up for something that is actually a legit email. There's a Gavin Campbell in England.
Oh, you put the wrong email address. Yeah, all the time.
I don't know why I keep getting his BMW, bookings and stuff like that with his dealership, or he was a club promoter. I've learned some things about some Gavin Campbells around the world, like the South African Gavin Campbell that, like he was getting married and everything. But
one guy emailed him all his like taxes and financial documents. I'm like, for a loan, I'm like, you don't have the right email, and I'm just deleting this just to let you know I don't want to look at it. So he's like, oh, thanks. He just randomly sent it to the wrong email.
I was on an HOA email group for a while, and they were talking about fence colors. And I actually chimed in. I told them what fence colors I thought would look great in their neighborhood. I had to look at the neighborhood on Google Maps and stuff like that. And I said, hey, this fence color would look great. And I felt like I was part of the community.
You got to vote.
I felt like I don't know if they realized that like I wasn't. But yeah. It's interesting that some of the emails I get, but yeah, I don't know if I'd filter all my email through a LLM. I just don't know.
Hey, I think it's fine, especially if it's a local one, like using that.
I guess so, yeah.
It's not going out to a server or anything like that. It all it has to do is flag it, right? If it misses one or one, but like a lot of these emails, if it can see the source, it can see like where it's coming from. It can verify that the domain matches what it should. The person's name's on there. It's not one of those like fuzzy, messed up email address things that they're trying to get by. I don't know. I just thought it was a really good use case for an LLM, just to process your mail.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Back to the topic at hand. If you can't support the show financially, we just appreciate a 5-star review, positive rating, the podcast app of your choice. And that's going to wrap up this week on HomeTech. Everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Till next time.
Take care.